Hey there, guys. This is Flamsron, aka YouTube's Tosuke. You know me and my MMOs. I kind of really like MMOs, especially, and I really like Dragon Ball as well. And I recently discovered a way to play it, to play the Taiwanese version. So I made an account and I started playing it, and I just kind of wanted to give my thoughts on it. I haven't played much of it, but I mean, I feel like I played enough just to kind of get a general sort of idea of how it is, and honestly, it's not bad, but it's not really anything stellar. It's not like Dragon Ball Evolution where it's on like the low end of mediocre to just vaguely okay. Like this thing is just Dragon Ball Online is just basically just okay. It's just kind of there. The character customization is decent. I don't really like the idea of starting off as a kid, just because I prefer to like make like teenagers to adults when it comes to character creation. But that's okay. They can kind of do it how they want. And I understand there's like a growth point at some moment. I made a human, red hair human. Probably go for Saiyan at some point, or try to go Super Saiyan at some point. Um, there's no Frieza class, or Frieza race, which is the other race I'd want to do. I feel like they would be like the Dark Elves to this franchise. And I'm aware in Dragon Ball Heroes there is a good guy who's part of Frieza's race, which I kind of like, but that's a different thing. That's really the only thing this series has going for it. It's technically canon from what I can tell, but I feel like Dragon Ball Heroes is trying to get into the canon as well. Overall, it's like the gameplay. It's auto attack, which I feel like is a bit of a flaw because, with a Dragon Ball game, you would expect like fast-paced action combat, not like just clicking. Like click one time and just do attacks. Like that's probably the biggest flaw. Like it doesn't really play like a Dragon Ball game. And I know, like some people might make that argument with like, the RPGs. The only difference is, Dragon Ball, it could be an RPG. It can do that kind of stuff. I personally think it works better as a fighter, just because of all the action that's put into it, or maybe an action game. But just a regular but like when you try to like slap another genre with Dragon Ball Z theme, it doesn't always work out well. Like on the podcast that I run, Skits.BBS podcast, I don't remember what episode it was a recent one. I mentioned that Dragon Ball Online is essentially just if there's a Dragon Ball skin from Minecraft. It's just it's just a different type of game with Dragon Ball slapped on it. Of course, this one is a little more faithful, and by a little I mean a lot more faithful than Dragon Ball Evolution. It gets backed by Akira Toriyama, from what I can tell. At least from like a standpoint of like lore and whatnot, because this game takes place like in the year 1000, which is way past the ending of Dragon Ball Z. Like I think Dragon Ball Z ended like the year 700 in the actual storyline of this series. So that's that. Overall, it's okay. I mean, I'm gonna still play it every now and then. And really the big thing about this is its lore. There's like a whole bunch of lore that Akira Toriyama wrote about what happened in between all this, which that's interesting. I don't even know if it's canon anymore though, but it's definitely interesting, and that may be the only reason why you should give this game a try. And I've got an English patch; it doesn't work very well, but it's there. It's just kind of there. Of course, I played some other MMOs. I really kind of got into it when I didn't have my PS3, so, and of course now that I have it, I don't really need to worry about anything anymore. I just kind of do my thing, but I don't really know what else I can say about it. Overall, it's just okay. I mean, I keep saying that, but I mean, there's not really anything else I can say. It's just kind of there. Would not. I mean, if you have other MMOs, you should probably just play them over this. I'd only get this if you love Dragon Ball like me, and you just want to play a Dragon Ball MMO, and you want to just kind of. That's my real only desire for playing an MMO based on a video game. I kind of get to be part of a community in like a way I feel like a video game community should be, by playing the game. I feel like that's the best kind of community, when you're playing the game with these people. Or that's the ideal community to me. Obviously, message boards, I'm part of them, and podcasts and all that good junk. Like, I would love to play a Tales MMO, and I'll probably do a video about it at some point. Since I'm playing Dark Souls, I need to do a Dark Souls lore video at some point. Wrap that up before the other stuff comes out. But anywho, I don't really know anything else I can say. It's okay. This one's okay. I don't know much about Saint Seiya Online, which that might come out in North America, or at least Europe. So that'll be something to look forward to in the future if you're a Saint Seiya fan. But yeah, this is Flames Around, aka YouTube Sasuke, signing out. See you later. And if you want to give this game a try, go ahead. But if not, then yeah. Okay, bye.